As soon as I saw your video, the video that Sharon asked me to watch, I said, "Oh man, we have to do this. This is the kind of lifestyle that I've always wanted."
Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're meeting Sal and Sharon. Hi, say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone.
And they are living in a really beautiful fifth wheel trailer. It's just really, really nice. And so how long have you folks been on the road?
About a year and 4 months.
Year and 4 months, so you're kind of old timers anymore.
Yeah.
And how did you get started on the road?
One day I saw one of your videos. I was looking for minimalism. We were wanting to move and leave Buffalo and head south. And I looked up minimalism and came across one of your videos. And Sal was at work and I watched it. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to try this. We have to at least consider it. So when he came home, I had him watch it. And I said, we have to at least think about this. And he said, sure. As soon as he saw it, it was a video with a red-haired lady in a truck camper. And it just really inspired us. So we went and looked at RVs to see if we could live in a smaller space. And then we just decided to do it. And within about a little over 6 months, we had gotten rid of all of our stuff. And we had a lot of stuff.
A lot. That's an understatement when we say a lot of stuff.
We sold our house and we, bought the RV and the truck. And we came out here. We had never camped before.
So you went all in right away. You just saw this was something good.
Within 6 months, we sold everything.
Well, that's great. Now, this isn't the first time we've met. We met back in Florida when I was there taking care of my mom. So tell everyone about that.
We had heard that you were going to be on the East Coast and you were interested in meeting people. So we went down the East Coast and I contacted you and we met with you and we had lunch together.
I'll do anything for a free lunch.
And so then we were going to be going to the RTR. So those were our first goals. The first thing was like, we have to get to the RTR because we had to do RV parks all the way down and we wanted to learn to boondock because we want to be off the grid as much as possible.
We didn't even know anything about generators back then. I remember the first time we went to the RTR, I plugged something in and it wasn't working. I thought, oh, our outlets aren't working. And that's because we had no outlet power, no power. But anyway, yeah, we were totally green at that point.
And there's nothing wrong with having to learn those things. I mean, that's we all did. Everyone out there learned this stuff somehow.
Right.
So I'm glad that makes it an easy introduction when you can go and get to the RTR and learn from people around you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, it changed our lives, the RTR. It has a special place in our heart.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So this was your second RTR, and you just traveled around in between?
Yeah, we did meet a tribe at the RTR, and we traveled a lot with them. And then we had to go back to Buffalo, so the tribe tends to separate in the summer months and go back home. So we did that, and then we joined up with them again when we came back out this way.
Mm-hmm. Do you have solar yet?
No, not yet.
But you're running your generator.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive, and to run a big fifth wheel is unusually expensive. It takes a lot. And so you're fairly young. How are you supporting yourself on the road?
We sold our house and we had a cleaning business and we got a little bit for that. So we've been living off of that money, and it is a lot cheaper to live out here, especially when you boondock. Not so much in the parks, but boondocking. We try to boondock as much as possible. We have started a YouTube channel and we're growing that, but right now we're looking for Sal to get a job, probably work camping, to bring in some extra money.
Work camping or maybe a mobile kind of job. I know I had watched some of your videos where you had some people on there who were doing mobile jobs, and I think I got some inspiration from that to apply for certain kind of jobs that way also.
Well, with the cleaning business, work camping would be right up your alley. Something that basically you're just cleaning a campsite.
Right.
And toilets.
Right, which we used to do. I used to do anyway, pretty much. So I'm used to doing that kind of work anyway. So
if you can deal with that, you're good to go. I love the job.
Yeah.
You're out in the national forest, and and mostly dealing with really happy, nice people. A few exceptions, of course, but mostly really nice, happy people. So tell us about your fifth wheel.
It's about 10 years. It's a little over 10 years old. We bought a used one because we didn't want to spend all of our money on it, and I wanted an older one anyways, just because off-gassing and things like that. I'm into everything natural. Our house was 1,000 square feet, so it wasn't huge, and we found we didn't really use a lot of our house. So we got this. It's 35 feet, and we have 3 cats, and they were a big consideration before we started this. And actually, it was funny because the second video I found of yours was a woman that you interviewed that had a cat. Because I was like, there's no way I'm going to do this if it wouldn't work with the cats. But that video clinched it for me, and then I knew I could. But I've actually heard that smaller space might even be better for cats.
Well, how have yours done here?
When we first started, I think they weren't too happy traveling. We put them in the truck with us when we travel, and they weren't really too happy about that at the beginning. But then we came up with a system where we have a big cage in the back of our truck, and we put them back there. And now it seems like they're well adjusted, and they really seem like they're happy. They might actually be happier now here with what we're doing than they were back home.
So you can have cats on the road.
You can, right.
And our fifth wheel, it's a Lakota, and I picked it because we have an open floor plan, and I like that it's open. We have, the living room, kitchen, it's all one, and then we have the bathroom, bedroom, it's all a combination, and I like the open feeling, and it makes it feel bigger to me.
Yes.
It's a 2007 Lakota. They don't make these anymore.
Yeah, the only thing has been the front legs when we have to unhitch. We've had that one break twice, and I think the other one might have once. So
I mean, overall, it's been a great rig.
good.
It's been very dependable.
Good.
And getting it used, we got a good deal on it. I don't know if it was one of your videos. It must have been one of your videos. I think you had suggested not to buy something new, to buy something used.
Right. Just the savings,
Right, right.
And a lot of them come off the factory with problems.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And you get those fixed by the time you get it.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Okay, would you mind if we took a look around? Saw your home?
No,
Sure.
go
Let's
ahead.
do that. So you have this really big living area, office, and this is really, really nice. And now tell us about your kitchen.
the kitchen, it's nice. The only thing I would change about it is I might want a little bit more counter space for cooking. We do have this little island though, and that helps a lot. But we haven't had any problems using the stove, and we cook in here, and it's a nice sized kitchen, and I like the open feel.
We've never really used the microwave oven off or anything.
But we have plenty of storage space, plenty of cupboards. It's a nice roomy kitchen.
There's one of your kitties.
Yes, this is Seymour. Hi,
And you have to do something special with your front door so your kitties won't escape. Why don't you explain that to us?
So I was thinking about getting someone to actually build some kind of hallway, and then I saw this partition, and it was only $50 at Home Depot. We got it online, and basically I put it in front of our door, and it makes a little hallway. So when people come in, we just have them come in. They come in through the door, and we keep this closed, and then they close the door, and they can come in, and that way we don't have to worry about the cats getting out. And we do the same thing in reverse when we're leaving. We could even attach it if we wanted to. I thought we could put a hook. Like if our cats were really ambitious, which they're not, luckily, we could put a hook on here and we could attach it to the wall. So there are things that could be done for cats that are a little more ambitious.
Well, now the one problem, as beautiful and pleasant and comfortable as these fifth wheels are, they're really hard to drive. I mean, they're really, really big rigs. How have you guys coped with driving it?
Well, actually, when we started out, I had driven a coffee truck years ago, and Sal had usually just driven cars. So we decided that I would be the primary driver. We got our fifth wheel, I think, about 5 days before we left our house. So it was all rushed. And so I was the first one to drive it, and I actually drove it all the way down to Florida when we met you. Sal started driving in Florida, and I'm still the one that backs it up. And luckily I had a few people, in the beginning, I wasn't afraid to ask people. If we went to an RV park, I would ask people to back it in for me because I just was too afraid. But from people directing me how to do it, I learned how to back up, and I can back up in pretty much any situation now.
And we have been in situations where we had to back up. There was no way to turn it. And so she she's gotten really good at that. And like anything else, once you do it often enough, if you do it for a long enough time, you start to get used to it, and you know how to make the wide turns and that sort of thing.
I did hit a boulder
When we first started,
a week out into after we left, and that made us not want to. We would try to detach and not go into places if we didn't have to, but now we just take it anywhere.
if you're going to have a fifth wheel, I would suggest either having a well, not a half ton, but I would suggest a 3/4 ton truck.
And you have a dually.
Yes.
We have a dually.
Yeah, with something this size, I would recommend a dually.
Yes, definitely.
We chose a dually because we heard that they were safer.
Yes.
And safety was our biggest priority.
The truck might be able to handle it. The problem is the tires can't. You got a lot of weight on the tongue, and having those 4 wheels in back just makes it a lot more safe.
Right.
You're making real efforts to be a minimalism, and so you just probably have all the storage you need.
It is an ongoing project still to get rid of things.
Always.
Always, exactly.
Now, Seymour knows his name and likes to be petted. I love animals. I couldn't imagine being on the road without them. I mean, you have to arrange your whole life around them, and you have. But it's worth it to me.
Yes, yes. I mean, we won't even, if it's too hot and we need the air conditioning on, we won't leave the air conditioning on and leave them. One of us will leave. Or if we feel that maybe we're parked somewhere that, we're not sure that they'd be okay, always one of us will stay with them.
Yeah.
If we have to go somewhere.
And this is where these fifth wheels really shine, is their enormous bedrooms and bathrooms. You usually get the 2 together.
It's so nice and open. I work in here on the computer. It's a big bed. It's huge.
Right. Really, really huge.
But with the, us 2 and the 3 cats,
They sleep with us. Every night they come on the bed and they sleep with us.
Yeah. Yeah, they look like they have a pretty good life here.
That's probably one of the main reasons why we got such a big rig, for their sake mostly.
Alexander's never seen anything like this. And you got a lot of light.
Right, we didn't get this kind of view back home, I can tell you that.
Yes.
There were beautiful mountains.
And it didn't change every time you wanted it to.
Exactly.
I'm tired of that view. Let's get another one. Oh, and a lot of the cabinet here.
Right.
And a huge closet.
Really? Oh, yeah. This is all a great big closet.
Have a lot of space in there too.
Yeah. That's really nice. Really well organized, and you can find everything.
Thank you.
And as Sharon said, we're still trying to get rid of stuff.
Right. No, it's an ever present thing, getting rid of stuff. Really nice.
Right.
Nice vanity. And your shower is right behind you. Let's take a look at it. Big shower. Oh, you're using a 5-gallon bucket.
We use a bucket. You might find this interesting. We don't use our black tank.
We don't
We don't use a black. We don't put the black in the black tank. We use a different system.
You're not the only ones I've known seen do that. They just don't want to bother with the black tank, so they don't have one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to do chemicals and things like that.
Right. But you're using the shower as for showering. If you have hookups.
So,
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Otherwise, we just sponge bathe.
We sponge bathe. It's something we learned with one of
For
your
your
videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got a number of videos on that. And so the actual toilet is in here,
Yeah.
Toilet's right here.
and you probably don't use it at all.
Not much,
Well,
believe it or
we do
not.
for one, just for number one.
A urine.
Mm-hmm.
And folks, I'm standing up here in the bedroom looking down in. You can just see how huge this place is. It's just really, really, really nice. So you have a YouTube account. Would you like to share with the folks at home your YouTube account?
Sure. It's S and the RV Cats, or S&S and the RV Cats for Sal and Sharon. And it could probably be found by just searching the RV Cats. And it just documents our journey from leaving our house, getting rid of everything, and, getting our cats settled on the road.
Very good.
We just started an Instagram account not that long ago, so.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful home with us and your lives, and a year and a half on the road, so you're kind of getting to be old timers now, and I just really appreciate it.
Thank you, Bob. It is all thanks to you that we're here.
If it wasn't for you, Bob, we wouldn't be here. We'd still be in Buffalo in a blizzard weather right now.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Well below zero.
And
Right.
One thing is, we don't want to stop doing this. We want to keep doing this. We're happy out here.
So there you have it, folks. Just another inspiring story, and a beautiful couple in a beautiful home and living the life of their dreams. And you could be doing it too. If you got anything out of this video, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later.